Hello YouTubers, this is 777 Forever coming at you with another highly anticipated and highly recommended model as I continue to play catch up. Today I'll be doing a review on the Gemini Jets Emirates Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner in their 1/200 scale model. I pre-ordered and purchased this model from Easy Toys, whose store is based out of San Diego, California, here in the United States of America, and their website address is www.easytoys.com. But first, allow me to share you some information about the history of Emirates before I go into details about this particular model, if you would please. Emirates was conceived and founded on March 25, 1985, with financial backing from Dubai's royal family after Gulf Air began to cut back services to Dubai in the mid-1980s and officially commenced operations shortly thereafter, 7 months later on October 25, 1985. And the airline's first inaugural flight destination was Emirates Flight EK600, which departed Dubai to Karachi, Pakistan, using a used Boeing 727-200 aircraft. Whereas the corporate headquarters of Emirates is located in the Al Ghar district section of Deira, Dubai, United Emirates, while the airline's main hub and base of operations is located nearby on the grounds of Dubai International Airport, which is located approximately 3 miles east of Dubai, also located in the Al Ghar district section of Deira, Dubai, United Arab Emirates. As of June 2021, or at the time of this video review post, Emirates is currently the world's biggest international airline carrier, as well as the seventh largest airline in the world in terms of revenue generated, as well as the largest operating airline in the Middle East. Emirates is also the world's fourth largest airline in terms of international passengers carried. Emirates also operates 5 of the world's longest non-stop commercial flights from Dubai to Los Angeles, San Francisco, Dallas-Fort Worth, Houston, and Auckland, New Zealand, respectively, as Emirates flies to 157 destinations in 83 countries across 6 inhabited continents from its global hub at Dubai International Airport in Dubai, as Emirates is currently one of 10 airlines to own this actual distinction of permanently flying to all 6 inhabited continents, along with Air Canada, Air China, British Airways, Delta Airlines, Korean Air, Qantas, Qatar Airways, South African Airways, and United Airlines respectively, with an operating fleet of 251 aircraft. And in addition to the 251 aircraft that currently operates in the Emirates fleet, Emirates also has unfulfilled orders for an additional 199 more aircraft that no longer includes 40 of the next generation Boeing 787-10s, but now includes 30 Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners instead as part of their new order. And those aircraft, as we speak, are currently on back order and are awaiting delivery. And also, as of June 2021, or at the time of this video review posting, Emirates currently operates as a certified 4-star airline carrier, according to the international airline review firm Skytrax magazine. Alright everyone, let's take a look at the front of the box here, this custom made box here. You see the top of it, you see the aircraft type, the scale, model information. You see the Emirates logo right here on this side. You see the computer generated picture of the aircraft, as well as the Emirates store website address there. Alright. Now you're looking at the back of the box. What you see there is the aircraft type, all the specifications and the information concerning this particular aircraft model, as well as the warranty information, including the official licensed product of Emirates right here. You can pause and read that if you like. In the meantime, I'm going to keep this moving. Now you're looking at the top of the box where you see the aircraft type, the scale information, the official licensed product of Emirates. You see there at the top of the box. Now you're looking at the bottom of the box, the same information at the top of the box I showed you earlier on. Now you're looking at the left side of the box. We see the model information, the scale information, as well as the Gemini Jets logo on the left side of the box. And now you're looking at the right side of the box. Sees all the information, including the official licensed product of Emirates. You see there on the right side of the box. Now you're looking at this nice little metal model stand that actually came with the model. And you see that black pattern on top of the model stand. The sole purpose of that black pattern is to prevent as well as protect your model from being damaged or scratched when you put your model on this particular model stand. Now you're looking at this plastic bag, and what you see in this plastic bag are the gear replacement doors, featuring two little toothpicks for the gear replacement doors. Please stay tuned as I go into detail for the sole purpose of these gear replacement doors for this particular model, okay? Alright, with all that information out of the way about the history of Emirates and how they came about and still operating strongly after all these years, still going strong, with all the details here on the front of the box as well as the information at the back of the box, plus the model stand and the gear replacement inside that plastic bag. With no further ado, everyone, here is the model. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone, the Gemini Jets Emirates Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft in a 1/200 scale model. Alright, allow me to share some information about the Emirates next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that was supposed to be in their fleet, but now they had a change of plan. They're going with another 787 variant. I'm going into that right now as we speak. Let's go. Emirates previously announced a commitment order for 40 of the next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliners at the 2017 Dubai Airshow in Dubai on November 12, 2017, as the first aircraft of this type was originally scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime in 2022. However, on February 1st, 2019, Emirates previously announced a fleet shakeup as part of a complex series of transactions that included the possibility of canceling the Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft order in favor of 20 more of the next generation Boeing 777-X's, and the reason was due to the engine performance margins being not sufficient enough for the prevailing hot weather conditions in Dubai, as well as in favor of the Airbus A350-900 XWB. The announcement was officially made at the 2019 IATA, the International Air Transport Association annual general meeting conference that was held in Seoul, South Korea on June 2nd, 2019, that Emirates President Tim Clark announced that Emirates was previously committed to ordering 40 of the next generation Boeing 787-10s that Emirates had previously placed orders for at the 2017 Dubai Airshow on November 12, 2017. And was scheduled to receive their very first next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft sometime in 2022. Unfortunately, during the 2019 Dubai Airshow, the Gulf carrier officially revised its Boeing 787 Dreamliner aircraft order when Emirates officially announced a firm solidified order for 30 of the Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliners instead, which allowed the Gulf carrier to officially swap out their entire order of 40 of the next generation Boeing 787-10s, which was officially announced on November 26, 2019, as the next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft that was supposed to enter the Emirates fleet officially sometime in 2022, was originally expected to be utilized mostly on their medium to long haul routes, as this particular aircraft was destined to become one of the airline's official flagship jetliners for the Dubai-based carrier, along with their forthcoming next-generation Boeing 777-9Xs, as well as their forthcoming Airbus A350-900 XWBs, extra wide-body aircraft, which are both scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet in 2024 and 2023 respectively, which would have complemented the carrier's longer-range Boeing 777s as well as the Airbus A380s, as the Gulf carrier's very first Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft variant is scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime around May 2023. Now let's talk about the livery on this aircraft. I'm definitely feeling this livery, see here. The Emirates color scheme livery that was previously used on their aircraft since the airline's inception in 1985 was remodified and changed to their current livery scheme back in November 1999, which is the livery scheme that you now see displayed here on this aircraft. That's still in use and still recognizable today, as the Emirates title was actually enlarged and moved towards the front of the aircraft, while the Arabic inscripted writing remains somewhat small. And the calligraphy of the logo in Arabic that's actually displayed on the engine cowlings was also enlarged as well. And the country's national flag that's actually displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft was also remodified as well, which can be seen on the tail as flowing in motion. And also was added was the Emirates billboard title, which can actually be seen at the belly of every Emirates aircraft flying today, as the Euro white painting on all Emirates aircraft still remains intact. So with no further ado about this aircraft, the information I gave you about that, now they swap for the 787-9 plus this nice looking livery here. With no further ado, let's get down to the nitty gritty and allow me to show you all the details on this aircraft. Now, shall we? Let's roll. Alright, we're going to start at the front of the aircraft here on the port/left side. We're going to start with the nose gears right here, featuring the nose gear struts, the nose gear doors, the P2s and static ports, what have you, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, as well as the windshield wipers. I'm going to give you a better visual view of those, the cockpit windows and windshield wipers later on in the model reviews, so just hold on with that part. But right underneath the cockpit window is the Boeing 787-10 decal. Dubai-based Emirates was supposed to become the third operator in the Middle East after Etihad Airways and Saudi Airlines respectively, as Emirates was scheduled to acquire their very first Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft sometime in 2022, as this particular aircraft would have complemented the carrier's longer-range Boeing 777 as well as their Airbus A380s. Unfortunately, Emirates canceled out their entire order of 40 of the next generation Boeing 787-10s in November 2019 and decided to order the Boeing 787-9 instead, in which that particular aircraft is scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime around 2023. Alright, we still at the front of the aircraft here on the port side, where you see the Emirates billboard title, which is displayed right there. The Emirates billboard title was also enlarged on their aircraft beginning in November 1999 that can be seen on both sides of the fuselage on all of their aircraft. And the Arabic inscripted writing that's displayed next to the Emirates billboard title right there literally means Al Emirat in the Arabic language, okay? And then you see the Emirates website address right here underneath the Emirates billboard title right there. And then you see the nice little landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. But more important, you see these engines on here. Now, the type of engine that are actually on this particular aircraft per se remains unknown, for the simple fact that Emirates officially canceled this particular aircraft order in November 2019. But the nice little engine cones right there, as well as the sawtooth pattern right there. And the purpose of the sawtooth pattern is for noise reduction and help improve fuel efficiency at the same time, okay? Now, that's the front of the engine lip right there. Now, I'm going to turn this aircraft model around, let you see the front of the engines, and the turbofan blades do spin. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at the front of the engines here on the port side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes right there. And the turbofan blade spin, as I mentioned earlier. Check it out. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing lights right there in a triangular pattern. See three little dots in there, make it more realistic and appealing, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears here on this side of the aircraft, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Alright, now you're looking at the engines on the starboard side of the aircraft, featuring the engine strikes right here as well, and the turbofan blade spin over here as well. Check this out. Perfect. And then you see the inboard landing lights on this side of the aircraft, as well as the front visual view of the landing bogey gears on this side of the aircraft as well, featuring the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft, where you got a better visual view of the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the power escape hatch door, the nose cone, the nose gear doors, the nose gear landing lights inside of the nose gear doors, the landing gear struts, as well as the front visual view of the front nose gears. Now you're looking at the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft on the port side, featuring the red navigation light that's displayed right there on the edge of the curved wingtip. Okay, I had to come back to this part. I was getting ahead of myself. Okay, let's talk about the Emirates logo #1 that's displayed on the engine column, which is right here. This particular logo consists of the name Emirates written in Arabic calligraphic letters. However, the Emirates logo was remodified again in November 1999, and this logo is still in use today, as this logo can be seen on all of the Emirates jetliner engines. Alright? Alright, we're at the back of the aircraft here on the port side. And what you see there is the AFT bulk bin door right there, as well as Emirates logo number 2, the UA flag that's displayed on the tail fin of the aircraft, which that's happened to be right here. And this flag decal resembles the national flag of the United Arab Emirates, as Emirates is considered one of the major flag carrier airlines of the UAE, the United Arab Emirates. Alright, now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here, where you see the APU, auxiliary power unit exhaust hole right here, and here is a hole there. See there? And then there's the strobe light right there besides the APU auxiliary power unit right there as well as the entire aircraft from the rear view angle. Let's check it out. There it is, everyone, the Emirates Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft from the rear view angle. Now you're looking at the front of the aircraft on the starboard side, where you see the front nose gears, the nose gear struts, the nose gear doors, the repeater tubes, the static ports, the nose cone, the cockpit windows, the windshield wipers, the Boeing 787-10 decal, the Emirates billboard title, including the Emirates title in Arabic inscripted right there, the airline's website address, the front cargo containing loading doors there as well. Now you're looking at the center of the aircraft here on the starboard side. You see the nice little massive engines there featuring the Emirates logo, the first logo here on the engine cowling, the sawtooth pattern on this engine, the engine cones, as well as the front side visual view of these gears, including the landing gear struts as well as the landing gear doors. Now you're looking at the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft, featuring the green navigation light that's displayed right here on the edge of this curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft. Now you're looking at the back of the aircraft here on the starboard side, where you see the rear cargo containing loading door right here. You see the Emirates logo right here, which resembles that of the UAE flag, as well as the strobe light that sits right next to the APU auxiliary power unit exhaust hole there as well. Okay, before I show you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft model, as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model in full detail, allow me to let you check out one detail, which is the rolling gears. It rolls pretty good. Okay, so far so good. It swivels, and then this one here is a little, I had a little challenge with that one. I had to glue that on, but Gemini just is slipping on them gears here though, but it is what it is though. But it does swivel. So with that said, allow me to show you the aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. Let's check it out. Now you're looking at this aircraft model from the aerial bird's eye view. We're going to start at the front. What you see is the nose cone, the windshield wipers, the cockpit windows, the power escape hatch door above the cockpit windows, the little anti-collision beacon light right there, a high frequency antenna, a couple more antennas, as well as the tail, and then you see the horizontal stabilizer right there is there as well. Now let's check out the wings. See the top of the wings there with the engine stripes. You see the warning step on these wings here, along with the flaps, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip on this side of the aircraft. Now let's check on the other side. See the engines right there, the engine stripes. And then the wings, see the no-step warning information on the wings, as well as the flap, slats, aileron, spoilers, what have you. Fuel dump valve right there, as well as the curved rake wingtip on this side of the aircraft as well. Now you're looking at the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft model. See the nose cone, the closed nose gear door, as well as the front nose gear right there. And then you slide up this way. See the anti-collision beacon light right there. You see the Emirates billboard titles right there. The hole where the stand goes in at. The Gemini just logo. There's a couple antennas there. And there's the horizontal stabilizers underneath. Now let's check out the gears there. Gears, a little problem tilting, but it's all good. You see the Emirates logo on this side of the aircraft, as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, what have you, fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip underneath. Now let's check out this side of the aircraft. Gears over here. They tilt a little bit. Okay, all right. Then you see the Emirates logo right there on this side as well as the flaps, slats, aileron spoilers, the fuel dump valve, as well as the curved wingtip underneath the side of the aircraft as well. Okay, since I showed you the aerial bird's eye view of this aircraft mount as well as the undercarriage belly view of this aircraft mount in full detail, allow me to let you see this mount on display on this model stand that you see there that came with the model. So no further ado, everyone, here is the model on the stand. Check it out. Okay, got it on the model stand with no problem, no hesitation. You see it displayed there. I got it on a rotating stand, so I'm gonna let you see it all around. So let's check it out. And at the port side, the rear view, the starboard side of the aircraft, the front visual view of the aircraft, as well as back to the port side of the aircraft. Well, before I take this down, I'm going to let you see this at another angle without the gears. So I'm going to let you see it at an angle. Let's check it out. Now, before I take this model off the stand here, I got it in this position for a reason. And the reason is the magnetic gears that came with the model. We're going to start at the front nose gears right here first. There. The gears here on the port side of the aircraft. There. As well as the gears on the starboard side. There. So, with no further ado, I'm gonna let you see this model at a different angle with the, without the gears. Let's check it out. Now you see him being displayed in this position with the model on the stand in flight mode position. Now you got two options how you want to display your model from this point on. If you choose to display it like that, in flight mode position without the gears in gear up position, that's fine. You know, these little gear replacement bags I showed you early on, that's the sole purpose of these gear replacements, is to substitute your gears while you display your model like this in flight mode position. Or if you do like I suggest do, just keep it in gear down position with the gears on there, that's fine too. Gears up, gear down. I keep mine on because it adds more value to the model. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and put these gears back on this model and take this off the stand, and then I'm going to wrap up this model review, okay? Alright, let's talk about the seating configuration on this aircraft. Unfortunately, prior to the Gulf carrier Emirates officially canceling out their entire Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft order back on November 26, 2019, the Gulf carrier's next generation Boeing 787-10 stretch Dreamliner aircraft was supposed to have a seated configuration cabin layout that would have seated anywhere from 280 passengers in a 3-class configurated cabin layout up to 330 passengers in a 2-class configurated cabin layout, as Emirates was scheduled to utilize this particular aircraft mostly on their medium to long haul routes once the Gulf carrier would have taken delivery of this particular aircraft, which was scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime in 2022, but instead opted out for the smaller as well as the longer range version, the Boeing 787-9 stretch Dreamliner aircraft variant, which is scheduled to enter the Emirates fleet sometime around May 2023. Alright, this will conclude this model review. I'd like to know if you got this model or you plan on getting this model. This model's still available to my surprise though. It's all good even though they're not going to get this aircraft model. The 787-9 just as good. I'll be waiting for that one as well in 2023. So with that said, please take care. God bless. Stay tuned. There's more model content coming. Peace.